Oh, fantastic news. It seems the US ports are about to become the next great tourist attractions, minus the tourists and the attractions. Thanks to the latest round of tariffs, particularly the 145% levy on Chinese imports, shipments are dropping faster than a lead anchor. The Port of Los Angeles, for instance, is bracing for a 35% decline in arrivals next week. Who needs bustling ports when you can have serene, empty docks? Retailers are overjoyed, of course. With inventory levels expected to dwindle within 6-8 weeks, they're eagerly anticipating the opportunity to explain to customers why shelves are emptier than a politician's promises. And let's not forget the broader economic picture. The US economy contracted by 0.3% in the first quarter of 2025, marking the first decline in 3 years. Clearly the perfect time to introduce more trade barriers. So as the ports quiet down and the economy follows suit, we can all look forward to a future where Made in China MAGA hats takes on a whole new meaning of we are fucked.
Says it does expect shipping volume from China to plunge about 35% next week. The president addressing this just a short time ago.
You know, they're sending boats, the biggest boats in the world, carrying cargo like nobody's ever seen before. These are the biggest boats in the world, biggest cargo ships in the world. And they're coming and they're turning around in the Pacific Ocean. They're doing a big U-turn and going back because they don't want the goods because 145% tariff. But at a certain point, I hope we're going to make a deal with China. We're talking to China.
And we're joined now by the official who gave that warning about the dip in containers coming into the port, Gene Soroka, the executive director of the Port of Los Angeles. Gene, thanks for being with us. Can you just explain to us why you're expecting port volume to shrink more than 35% next week? Is this all tariff related? Is it all China, or is it other countries too?
Good afternoon, Brianna. It's all tariff related, whether it be China, which now, if you buy a product from there, it's 2.5 times more expensive than it was just last month. The 10% tariffs on all other countries, including those in the Pacific Rim that we trade with, are also expensive. So we saw some big companies bring inventory in over the last 9 months to try to build up stock. Not everyone had the ability to do that and store. Those small to middle-sized companies are really in a quandary right now. So we had about a 7% uptick in business here in the month of April. That's the end of the surge to pad inventory. The month of May right now, we're projecting next week's volume to be down by 35%. Ship sailings, 17 of them have been canceled out of a scheduled 80 or so.
Now that ports are turning into ghost towns with cargo containers playing hide and seek at sea, let's give a slow clap to the genius policies behind it. Nothing screams economic strategy like pissing off trade partners and watching your logistics network crumble like a dry-ass cracker. Major ports like Savannah, Houston, and New York, New Jersey are bracing for even more canceled shipments because, you know, international suppliers love unpredictability and political tantrums. Who needs steady imports of food, medicine, or electronics when we can just survive on freedom and nostalgia? Truckers, warehouse workers, dock workers, lazy freeloaders who clearly needed a forced vacation, and supply chain managers are now replacing their spreadsheets with prayer circles.
And what we're seeing now is that dock workers, truckers, warehouse folks will be having less job opportunities beginning next week. If you're a trucker today, hauling 4 and 5 containers, beginning next week, you'll likely be just moving 2 or 3. Dock workers who've been getting overtime, working double shifts, will likely work less than a full work week. This will hit our local and regional economy immediately.
Meanwhile, Walmart, Target, and every other major retailer are preparing for a real-life Black Friday apocalypse. Except instead of stampedes for flat screens, it'll be moms brawling over the last box of tampons, which are also made in China. Ah, yes. And just when you thought this clown car of economic brilliance couldn't squeeze in another act, ta-da. Welcome to the next episode of Fuck the Ports and Trucking Industry, American Edition. Coming soon to a coast near you, cargo ships rerouting to Canada and Mexico like they're dodging your naughty drunk uncle at Thanksgiving. Why unload at Long Beach when you can drop that sweet container of semiconductors in Vancouver or Manzanillo Port in Mexico? Then truck it to the United States for double the cost and triple the delay. Efficiency? Nah, we're doing vibes now. And don't forget the farmers, those poor MAGA hat wearing soybean whisperers who suddenly can't export jack shit because containers are sitting empty, waiting to go back to Asia with nothing in them but broken promises and surplus wheat. But hey, at least we're sticking it to China, right? By sticking it to ourselves. The ports are bleeding, the shelves are thinning, inflation is rising again like that whiny ex, and America's trade partners are laughing their asses off. Soon, ports will be so quiet you could host a yoga retreat on the loading docks. Or maybe a Trump rally, since both are full of deep breathing and absolutely zero connection to reality. What will the obituary read about the United States fucking supply chain and the dying economy? So if you want to hear more, feel free to hit that like and subscribe.